Hello. So my client wanted some Bantu knots, and this is actually my first time making Bantu knots. The first thing I needed to do was to blow out her hair just a little bit. You don't really need the hair to be like straight, but I mean, the straighter it is, the easier it is to work with. What am I saying? Like, it's easier to work with hair that is well straightened and blown out, easy to comb through and all that stuff. So basically, what I'm doing here is just the regular way you pat the hair when you want to make large size braids. She wanted them to be really large, but the nape of her head, the hair there is shorter, so I couldn't risk patting it larger than this, so the strands don't start to pull out of each of the Bantu knots. So that was her trying to touch it and say, can it be larger? And no, I was like, yeah, I'll make it larger as I go, but this first line has to be as it is. So I'm using the Pro Style gel. That was the gel, her preferred choice of gel. Though I have the BTL braiding gel that I'm using, the purple container, and I'm also using this thread. It's just knitting wool, cotton wool for knitting black. So I decided to use the wool as my thread to secure the hair because it secures it perfectly. It doesn't pull out easily like rubber bands or the threads used for sewing weaves. So this works for me every time when I use it on my own hair. That's why I decided to use it on hers. And I didn't want to just go straight to like braiding the base of her hair. She didn't want the Bantu knots that was braided. She wanted the one that was just like straight hair, and then you like twist and just do the thing. But yeah, this is actually my first time making Bantu knots. Like I said, I was a little bit tensed initially, but I mean, it's something I've done before, but with braids, not the one she showed me she wanted to do. So I was kind of curious how it's done normally. And when I went online and watched a few videos, I was like, oh, okay, it's that simple. So with Bantu knots, I feel like the more irregular the parts are, the more the beauty pops. So if you have like irregular triangles slash square slash four corner parts that are not really square or rectangles, it kind of looks really nice from what I've noticed. So it doesn't really matter at the end of the day how you pat the hair. All that matters is the sizes should be kind of close to each other, not like so big, small. But if you know what I mean, just everything should have meet at a midpoint. And that's basically what I'm trying to do. She wanted large sizes, like I said earlier, so that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to fast track it, or you can just watch gradually as it gets to the point. You see the kind of hair I used. I used the regular braiding hair. She wanted two colors, like some highlight colors in front, and the rest of the hair should be black, which came out nicer than I thought it would. Anyway, um, I don't know if it's just me, but or maybe because I kind of browsed Bantu knots recently. I've been seeing so many people doing Bantu knots or recent, like 2 weeks ago, 1 month ago, 3 days ago, making posts about Bantu knots. It's kind of trendy again. It doesn't really go out of style, and I feel like it always gives the black girl or African girl kind of look that it just always gives all the time. I love Bantu knot. Bantu knot is one style that looks good on almost everybody, in my opinion. Same as zigzag braids, like zigzag cornrows, if that's what they're called. Yeah, zigzag cornrows. So zigzag cornrows, Bantu knots, and what other style? Straight backs look good on most people, don't, but not everybody though. But I feel like Bantu knots and zigzag always look good, and it's just beautiful. I won't lie. I mean, after I made her hair, this is true confession. I had to go back the next day and I made Bantu knot for myself. Though mine wasn't didn't pop like hers, and I didn't add hair extensions, and my hair is kind of shorter than her hair that you see in the video. So what I did after doing the thread thing, I just basically wrapped my hair and then used the rest of the thread at the bottom to like tighten it up. In order to get the hair to lay down flat, I like to do what I'm doing right now, to just create parts on each side of the one I'm trying to like wrap up, and then apply the gel in. So there isn't too much gel, but there is enough gel to enable the hair strands lay down properly. So by the time I twist and start to tie with the thread, everything is laying down flat. And I was trying my possible best not to like tie her hair too strong, because sometimes you braid is looking good and all, but no one knows what you're suffering inside. Yeah, braids can be like that. And I like to tie the roots before I braid it down to the tip and then tie again. So yeah, um just fast forward. So I slowed it down here so you see clearly what I'm doing. I sectioned the hair into the size I think is good for what she wants, and then I crochet it in. I just do a flimsy twist with the hair, and then I make sure her natural hair that I already threaded is in between the twists. It's kind of hidden in the braiding hair that I'm twisting. Then I just like wrap and wrap around. Make sure you're wrapping downwards in such a way that the last wrap you make is at the bottom of her hair, and you're wrapping at the bottom, so it's kind of pushing the rest of the hair upwards, if you know what I mean. So just watch closely. Maybe this one that has color will be clearer for you to see.